October 29th marks a dramatic moment in the journey of the Three-Eyed Atlas, a mysterious object discovered in recent years. It is approaching perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, an event regarded as 0 hour for every astronomer tracking it. This moment is not just a technical milestone in its orbit, but it might also be the final moment when its fate is decided and the journey of the object from the solar system's farthest reaches enters a new chapter. Perihelion is the ideal moment for scientists to measure, analyze, and more precisely determine the nature of a heavenly body. But for Three-Eyed Atlas, that particular moment has a distinct meaning. It is the point at which it could carry out an Oumuamua maneuver, a physical acceleration maneuver based on the principle of kinetic energy. When an object burns energy near a strong gravitational field, such as the Sun, its orbit can change completely, opening a new journey that no one can foresee. Interestingly, the Oumuamua maneuver is not just a concept in celestial mechanics. It is also a key part of advanced space travel technology. NASA has been testing the idea for future probes, as it can save tremendous amounts of fuel when used properly. If Atlas A3I is indeed a synthetic or technologically engineered object, then the idea that it could trigger such a maneuver is no longer a wild hypothesis, but a possibility worth serious consideration. In 2017, the world was shocked by the appearance of Oumuamua, the first interstellar object ever discovered. It had a cigar-like shape, an odd orbit, and was moving with an acceleration that could not be fully explained by natural forces. Some scientists, most notably Harvard professor Avi Loeb, publicly suggested that it could be an alien probe. While that claim was controversial, it opened a new era. People began seriously considering that we might not be alone. Then, in 2019, came to Borisov, this time a true interstellar comet with properties matching known physics. And then, in 2022, Three-Eyed Atlas was discovered, becoming the third confirmed interstellar object. However, unlike Borisov, Atlas doesn't behave like a normal comet. It doesn't erupt, doesn't leave a large gas tail, and travels with near-perfect precision, something many experts argue is extraordinarily unlikely if it is natural. Images from the SEEK or 1 coronagraph aboard the GOES-17 satellite in geostationary orbit provided rare visual evidence of Three-Eyed Atlas's motion between October 18th and 24th. The object appeared faint but steady at the frame's edge. It did not deviate from its predicted orbit, show unusual changes in velocity, or brighten unexpectedly. Yet it was precisely this absolute stability that raised questions. Was it being controlled? At perihelion, Three-Eyed Atlas reached a top speed of 68 kilometers per second, nearly 245,000 kilometers per hour. At that speed, even a small directional change would send it millions of kilometers off course. However, every measurement matched predictions perfectly, as if an invisible navigation system were keeping it aligned. Astronomers could only look at one another and admit, if this is a natural object, then nature is operating like a machine. This moment has sparked intense speculation. If Three-Eyed Atlas is of technological origin, perihelion could be the moment when something unexpected happens. Of course, the probability of this is small, perhaps around 1% according to independent researchers, but the idea of a cosmic messenger passing silently through our solar system fuels human curiosity. If the alien hypothesis were true, would they head toward Earth with its 8 billion plus people and vigilant systems? Or would a less obvious, more silent observational point be chosen? The latter seems more likely, since an advanced civilization would know humanity currently lacks the capability to pursue or intercept them. Although the extraterrestrial hypothesis remains speculative, Three-Eyed Atlas has already become a focal point of imagination, scientific interest, and conspiracy theory as it moves farther from the Sun. Three-Eyed Atlas has already passed Earth and the red planet Mars, a world that has been central to alien speculation for decades. Current data shows it emitted no signal, dropped no payload, and took no visible action near Mars. But does that mean it did nothing? or simply that we lack the sophistication to detect what it did. It could have quietly collected data using radio or infrared instruments to scan Mars's surface and atmosphere. If it were a reconnaissance probe, Mars, with ice, water, climate variation, and possible biological conditions, would be a logical target, much like the Voyager flybys of planets. Some experts also note that 3I Atlas traveled precisely through the Mars-Earth-Sun intersection point, a rare alignment. If it was controlled, this would be a highly strategic path, close enough to observe but distant enough to avoid detection. As Atlas approaches perihelion, it will have a unique opportunity to exploit the Oberth effect. With advanced technology, a small energy burn at closest approach could accelerate it dramatically with minimal fuel, a strategic turning point that could send it toward its next target, Jupiter. Before discussing the possibility of 3I Atlas heading to Jupiter, it is crucial to understand what has puzzled scientists. By definition, interstellar objects travel hyperbolic trajectories that start and end outside the solar system, not bound by the sun's gravity. 3I Atlas fits that definition perfectly. Yet it does not behave like a typical comet. It is brighter, more durable, and barely degrades as it nears the sun, the opposite of what we expect from an icy body wandering interstellar space for billions of years.